Yeah, thanks. Morelia is my land. My parents are from here. It's the motherland. It took me a while, but I'm here. Yeah, man. How you been, dog?
So you dropped Avalanche in 2022, No More in 2023, High Beast in 2024, Fontana Speedway, and Finish Line is the last single you've ever dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's way more to that. I dropped so much mixtape and so much singles and so much stuff to get to that. But yeah, like the latest, going from an amateur to like a prince, an amateur to like kind of professional. Yeah, those are my latest projects. And yeah, Fontana Speedway, Finish Line, broke records. They were the latest, the biggest projects and records that I put out. And thankfully, people responded to them great. And yeah, I appreciate everyone who supported the records, big time. Big time, big time.
You also dropped a lot of merch through the years. Who's the real designer behind it?
Yeah, I've been dropping merch since I was like 13, like when I was a kid, I would, I would get in trouble, try to get money, try to, fucking figure out ways just to make merch, to buy merch, So since I was 13, I've been designing merch, In middle school, high school, I would get in trouble by principals, by counselors, by teachers, because I would just like make merch for me, for everybody. People thought it was a clique, and eventually, I decided that, I didn't really want to do a clique, or really didn't want to make merch just for the city. I really wanted to make merch on a high level, something to connect the music, but also like so great that eventually people were like, it's so good that it can be like a designer brand or something, But yeah, I'm the one that designed all the merch for years, the Fontana Speedway merch, the High Beast merch, the Avalanche merch. Even like outside of that, like little merch that I would just make little one-on-one pieces, just just to keep promoting the brand, just to keep feeding content to the people. Yeah, man, like I started making merch and music kind of like at the same time when I was like 12 or 13, so those are for sure my passions, big time.
Yeah, I seen you on Twitter ranting on socials, putting out so much content. How was it like?
Yeah, that was me just honestly getting ready for Fontana Speedway. You know what I'm saying? Just like my Twitter's been kind of quiet for a while, so I just had to speak my mind, and let people know how I was feeling in the moment. I did call a lot of people out. I did talk a lot of shit, but tell me if I lied, And yeah, it was all build up, momentum for Fontana Speedway, and also I've also tweeted and ranted, kind of in the middle of Fontana Speedway and Finish Line, also to, just to get people looking, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to say nothing controversial, nothing crazy. I'm just speaking the truth. If anything, it's something that I had to say already, something that I had in my chest, and it was time I let it out. I'm originally born in LA. My parents, they came from Mexico, right here from Michoacan to LA. They met up there, and they had me right there in downtown LA. And I just went to like preschool and kindergarten out there. And then after that, from first grade to like high school, I came in Fontana. Got my first fight, got my first kids, got my first everything in Fontana. So I'm from the IE, big Fontana is a motherfucker. And that's why I had to make the Fontana Speedway project to dedicate, something to my city, something that represents me, how I started, where I came from. And but yeah, that's really where I'm from. Born in LA, but raised my whole life in the IE, the Mecca. Inland. Elite.
How did you start music?
That's a very broad question, but to sum it down, at a young age, I was wanting to do music. I knew I was gonna DJ. I knew I was gonna make beats. I knew I was gonna do something. Started like 10 years old. I ain't gonna lie. And like my dad spoke to me one day when I was like 12, and that just lit a fire in me. And at that point, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I want. I want to be an artist in this. I know it's gonna take a long time. I know it's gonna be a lot of critiques, a lot of opinions. But I'm gonna go for it, and I've been doing it ever since, and I feel like I've been getting better and better. If you look at every project, every single, the numbers, the purchases, the looks, the analytics of everything I've ever dropped just keep rising, So I like to think that I'm getting better, and yeah, that's really how I started making music from the start, you know. And then nights was so cold, I'll leave you forget on my zone. Thank God that I came up alone, camp out and somewhere out remote. Thank God they ain't see the true and flex while I invest my loot. She still be saying that I'm cute, bitch, I'm a star like I'm a Jew. My aesthetic still the best. Next, I ain't never had an ex. You not here no more than you on the board and your face got X. Level up, I just want again. I'm dolo, don't want fake friends, don't wanna pray. I'd rather sin, fuck my enemies, I want them all dead. Everything going according to plan. You was my brother, now you just a fan. You was my sis, now you just a fan. Yeah, they big man, I got the upper hand. Watch me crash out while I cash out. You ain't seen. Yeah.
So you started at 13, and it's been like 15 years. How have you been able to keep going?
Honestly, just having passion, you know. Like 10, 15 years to make it this far, you gotta love this shit, you know. Like all the people you lose, all the dirty looks you get, you get blackballed, you know, you get critiqued, you get opinions by friends, family, you know, everyone just doesn't F with you. Like it gets to the point where you're gonna lose everybody. But if you have that passion and you really love what you do, nothing gonna stop you, you know. That fire is gonna burn way more than any of that, you know. That's really how I keep going, for real.
What do you say and think about opinions, because you're in industry where people hate a lot and have so many opinions? So how do you not let that get to you?
I just, since a kid, I've always been hated on, you know, either because of my skin, or because of how I speak, or because of what I like, from the music to the fashion, the colors I wear. Just people just find a way to get so attracted to me, you know. And I know that when people get so attracted to you, you know, you get the spotlight. That comes with hate. That comes with a lot of hate. That comes with a lot of love, a lot of opinions. So since a kid, I've been like that, you know. And I'm raised with a mom, you know, who raised me with a thick skin, you know. So, you know, honestly, that was kind of easy for me, you know. Yeah. There's a lot of people that can't really handle it, you know, and I get it, you know, I understand it's hard, you know, especially when your own fam or your own people are like telling you to stop or talking down because they don't really see the vision, you know. But you gotta keep going, and you gotta trust in the vision, you know. At the end, they'll all figure it out. They'll all be like, oh, you know, you're right. So it's like you gotta keep going for you, you know. They'll get it eventually, you know.
A lot of independent artists don't make it this far. Why do you think you've been able to?
It's just the passion, like I've been saying. Just like finding a way, you know, from either hiring an engineer, hiring a photographer, hiring a producer. Regardless, if they could get the job done, cool. If they can't, I'll get the job done. And if I can't get the job done, we find more people. Regardless, you know, I'm in a business where not everyone's gonna be loyal, you know. Every year, every so often, some people will stay for 5 years, some people will stay for 6 months. So you gotta be ready to find new people. You gotta be ready to meet new people, to socialize, and you can't really be scared to change, you know. You gotta adapt, and like a chameleon, you know, you gotta just adapt and just keep going, keep pushing, you know. Because at the end of the day, if they give up, if they don't pick up your call no more, if they don't pick up your messages no more, then that's your career in the line, you know. So you gotta keep finding a way, you know. You gotta find a way regardless. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we gotta go to one now. Yeah.
What's next?
Now what's next? Well, honestly, with S-Fly, that's I think about it, you know. For S-Fly, I put in 15 years already. I make so much merch. I drop so much music. Like you said, you named like 3 or 4 projects. Before that, I did so much for the city. So much singles, so much videos. You know, we got our stuff premiered on World Star. We got our stuff like, we hit like 10,000 views on a few records, on a few videos back in the day. But I just felt like I had to restart, and that's why I came with those projects that you named, you know. So yeah, I've been doing this for like 15 years, you know, under the name S-Fly, and I'm proud of it. You know, I know my city's proud of it. I know those who supported are proud of it, and yeah, people would just have to see the next move, you know. But right now for S-Fly, if you guys liked the whole movement, the whole campaign, show love, you know what I'm saying? Like, the music will always stay on my YouTube. S-Fly the brand will always be on my YouTube. But as S-Fly going forward and releasing new records, that's over with, you know. That's the end already. I appreciate everybody. I just look at it like we have to end for a new start. So yeah, right now we're in the ending process. So I'm kind of just just trying to like close the chapter on this flight. Honestly, it's been kind of hard for me to just kind of end this because this means a lot to me. But yeah, man, it's just it's time. I'm on to bigger and better things, and I'm way more excited and proud for what's coming next. So yeah, I'm just that's really what's going on next in my life, in my career.
Well, I wish the best for you and hope to see you soon. I'm glad for being here.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me. We in this thing, Morelia. Yeah, man. It's kind of sunny today, mate. Probably go out hit the city, check it out, get some tacos, see what's going on. Yeah, I appreciate it.